the independent parties, we do not trust the reporting of the Israeli occupying authorities about the reality in the Gaza Strip and the lie that there is no starvation. Everyone saying is starvation. We lost more than 200 people. About half of them are children because of starvation, and more might lose their lives because of lack of food, medicine, and water. We have to intensify the pressure until the Israeli occupying authorities to stop these criminal policies and actions and to reverse this. Abdul Hamid.
Thank you, Ambassador. I have a question on the journalist issue. Maybe Ambassador Hassim and Ambassador Tariq can answer that. Why not put pressure on to call for a special meeting of the Security Council on the protection of journalists? And why not also pressure to create the post of a special envoy on the protection of journalists? Thank you.
He addressed these two.
Thank you, Brother Siam. I would put it more broadly. I think as Ambassador Riyad Mansour was explaining, Israel's continued and persistent, blatant violations of international law and its total disregard for UN Security Council and General Assembly resolutions on the question of Palestine and the impunity that it has enjoyed so far are being increasingly questioned by the international community. And I think you have seen the international conference on the two-state solution and the question of Palestine. The will of the international community was clearly expressed. And the thing, as Ambassador Riyad Mansour was saying, now it has to be the whole of system approach and response to this. The General Assembly has pronounced its position. It's now the big responsibility of the Security Council to also undertake and shoulder its responsibility. So you have heard the meeting that took place on Sunday. It was almost unanimous, the call that the Security Council must act. And I think for us, for Pakistan as a member of the Security Council, we cannot accept that we are years later going to be blamed that the Security Council did not act. So we are determined. There are provisions in the Charter that enable the Security Council to take this action, that enable the Security Council to demand that Israel is stopped from taking those steps that it has announced, and we will be working together with other members of the Security Council to transform that collective expression that you heard in the Security Council on Sunday in terms of something more concrete.
Tariq, if you want to say something about the journalists.
Thank you. Well, I couldn't agree more with Ambassador Asim and, of course, Dr. Riyad and my colleague from Turkey about what is happening now. I think international law, the protections provided by international law for journalists is there. Having an extra meeting for it does not really necessarily add to this. Resolutions of the Security Council exist, protecting journalists, humanitarian workers, hospitals, infrastructure for humanitarian work. Resolution 2417 on using starvation and hunger as an act of aggression is there. Everything exists. It's about implementing it. It's about holding Israel to account. It's about the impunity that has persisted for 80 years now. There comes a time when this needs to be stopped, and the time is now. We have reached a point where the world's conscience has awoken. It is also your duty. I know many of you have been raising this issue in the press and in your organizations, but it's also the duty of you. Your colleagues are being murdered in cold blood in front of your eyes, in front of the whole world. It is you that need to keep this issue in the media, in the consciousness of the world. So everybody has a responsibility here, including member states, including the Security Council, of course, but also the media, international organizations, NGOs. Everybody has a responsibility, and we need to live up to that responsibility.
Yes.
Ambassador Mansour, Javier Otaku from FA Spanish News Service. You have mentioned practical steps. You have given some examples of Western countries, Muslim countries.